Hi Libra, welcome to your monthly reading. As always, keep in mind that this is only a general reading. Always take what feels right and with what does resonate within your own life experiences during this time. If you would like to have a personal reading with me, please contact me through the email I put in the description box below, where you can find the current list of reading services I offer. And if you would like to donate and support my channel, you can also do that by following the PayPal link, which is also down below. So Libra, I'll be channeling messages for the collective of your sign, and then we'll tie it together also with the cards that will be showing up. So the collective of Libras for the month of August. There's something around permission or a permit you're waiting. Some of you seem to be waiting on something that would allow you into something else, like access into something else or into, acquiring something you want. For those of you opening a business or needing a license for something specific, for some of you it could even be like a driver's license, but there's something like a license you're waiting to open a business or to, make something official or right. I feel like the month of August asks you to be patient about this. I see that there's manifestations coming to Libras related to documents, papers, legal settlements, things that of that nature, but it's taking a while to get you into the full resolution of a situation. For some of you, this could be like divorce papers. For others, again, it's just about for some of you, it's about education as well. Or you wanting to, maybe you're waiting for your degree, like for your master's degree, for PhD, document. I don't know. There's just something here about papers that it's relevant for the month of August for Libras. Now, for others of you, this waiting energy might take up until your season, so up until October. It's like you might need up until your season to get the full-on, resolution of a problem in your life right now. So regardless of this not being about this initial message of documentation and bureaucracy and things of that nature, there's other Libras that are dealing with a specific problem you want to solve. And life is asking you to build here some resilience and patience, because around your season, around October, things should be completed. You should be rid of a situation that is problematic for you. For others, this is also related to family affairs. There seems to be some family feuds or discussions, trouble getting along or agreeing on something, especially if it's related again to property, land, things that you owe or share in common with family. There could also be family pressure for some of you Libras to get something done right now that feels like it's working against your wishes or your desires or your true needs. So there's a little bit of a conflict between pleasing this family aspect or pleasing yourself. And I see a lot of indecision between these two aspects. Like, you don't know what's the best thing to choose right now. Actually, not the best thing. You want to choose what's the smartest thing for you right now. Is it to please them, whoever them are, because in the long run is going to work much better for you? Or is it to please yourself, be more selfish right now at this moment? So your individual needs versus the needs of others are also kind of the limelight. And again, I do feel like you should choose what is the smartest option, considering your long-term plan. And for some of you Libras that you have not been working on some sort of plan, there might be this push as well for you to start to do that, to plan ahead. Especially for Libras that are tired of depending on something here. It could be financial dependency or just dependency in general. I hope, because I feel like there's people that rely on you heavily for something. And I'm seeing like a lot of the energy of the arms of the octopus. So there's a lot of things here you're holding, you're dealing with. For some of you Libras, you have been sacrificing a lot of your own wishes, desires, dreams. Five of Swords for others. So this is the card of conflict. In your soul position. So some of you might be also feeling quite upset, angry at times. Get yourself into this very heated, confrontational behavior, especially again when you're being extremely pressured by the world around you that is trying to kind of get at you in a petty way. I feel like for some of you, you could be dealing with petty, arguments, like things that start, like arguments that are not based on deep, issues, like shallow things, frivolous things, based on competition, jealousy, envy, things of that nature. If someone owes you money or owes you something, you could be very upset right now with this, like this energy of you being owed something and not being given back what you deserve or what is yours by right. It could also be that, again, some of you Libras, there could be a lot of issues with, in particular, with male dominant relationships, males in the room, getting themselves angry with stupid things or frivolous things, like differences in terms of hobbies or approaches to things. I'm feeling like, like this example of one is like each person, liking a different, football club, and then getting into a lot of arguments because of differences around the clubs or the games or, things like that. Very competitive but petty energy. And I also feel like for some of you, it could be like discussions that start around the table. So again, be aware of family, events, dinners, or even with friends. There can be just a tendency for you to get yourself into an argument that it can end up being very unnecessary, unwanted. Because in truth, I feel like for many of you Libras, in truth, for some of you, you want to call the quits on something. Like if you're dealing with nasty environments or environments where people are just, really opposing to the essentials of what you consider to be your well-being, the needs for your well-being, I feel like some of you are getting awareness that you should call it quits. So stop going to places that trigger you. Stop, entertaining talks and discussions with people that just don't get it, that you don't have affinity with, but, somehow you have been putting up with. Or just don't allow the pettiness of the outside world to get to you, to infect you in a way where you also start, fighting for selfish, superficial reasons. Because I feel like for some of you, I keep getting like you're so done. So you can really lose your temper here with something in August and like place a limit of what you will be dealing with. But yeah, I keep getting the energy of the table and the dinner, so maybe there's going to be like a specific dinner with people in which things can get a little bit out of control there in terms of differences of opinion or just discussions in general. But the thing is that I feel like you are in the center of this. It's like you could be just witnessing other people's getting into, petty arguments. But here I feel like you are in the middle of the fire. It could even be like a discussion about money and like the sharing of the meal, if this is in a restaurant, like who pays what, who should pay, or what amount they should be paid, or disagreements around the bill or a bill. You could start like with something related to money. But yeah, being that you are a Libra male or female watching, I feel like masculine energies around you right now are just not the best. The planning energy, exactly. So some of you already started considering that plan that I was speaking about. As I was saying, like, just male examples right now around you might rub you the wrong way. It's just, you might be dealing with some sort of low vibrational energy of masculine energy. Now, this Two of Wands is again confirming the message of the plan. You should be planning ahead, all right? Two steps ahead of whatever situation that you're holding or that you're waiting for to be solved. Like, what's going to proceed after that? Do you know? Do you know what you're focusing at? Where you want to go? What do you want to do? With whom? You know, there's a lot of concrete answers that some of you need to get every day more clear, and just build a solid plan as much as possible. Because I feel like for some of you Libras, once it's time to go, it's time to go. And, you know, October, it can actually, you know, feel like still there's some time, but I see like a very fast, especially the more you get yourself into this resilient, concrete building of a plan, which actually might be the more challenging part, is for you to focus appropriately because of the Seven of Cups. But again, the more you focus, I feel like the faster time will feel. And it's like we're talking about 2 months energy, so it's going to pass 2 months, Two of Wands, quite fast. Now, in the unconscious, you have the Seven of Cups. So again, your issue is about focus, being confused, too many options, too many opinions, too many influences around you, scattering you, you know? There's a sense of your emotions being a little bit jumpy and all over the place, and you're in a moment where you can be very easily influenced by the wrong things. As I said, there's energies that can easily infect you, you know, pollute you, corrupt you, tempt you, things that are not about what you truly want to do ahead. It's like in a short-term sense of pleasure or relief, but then like finding ways in the now to deal with the pressure. But then the thing is that it can affect that other thing that you're looking forward to, because I see it could drain you. It could make you susceptible to make mistakes. For some of you Libras, to have here connections and affairs and get yourself in the middle of things that then you can kind of regret. I see a lot of temptation for some of you Libras to get yourself into sexual interactions that can leave a consequence. So be aware of that, like unwanted pregnancies, or even for some of you, sexual transmitted diseases. So make sure that you're paying attention to what you're getting yourself into, like to be safe, to be prepared, to be guarded here, to prevent possible, you know, unwanted consequences. Because I feel like for some of you, either sexual interactions or overindulgence with substances are probably your coping mechanisms right now to feel a little bit better or less pressure. And so what I see is that if you're not alert, if you're not like sharp, you can have a consequence here that then will again prevent you or make it harder, more difficult to get that thing you want kind of done or solved in the time frame that I was speaking. I feel like there's a lot of things about the weight of your decisions right now that you might think are not important, but then create again ramifications. For other Libras, you're just unconsciously, you're very confused. Like, what should I do? Where should I go? What's the best option for me to pursue? For many of you, it's more related to finances, or it's like some of you are confused about how to turn, what you have into more, or where to invest your money so that it ensures that it has that multiplying energy come in. And for others of you, you're also very confused about your love life, the Seven of Cups, and the options presented to you right now. But I'm like, there's this message for many of you to be sincere, to be honest with yourself and with others right now. It's so important, this energy of sincerity. So maybe there's something you have been like denying or avoiding getting that clarity or giving that clarity away. And because of that, for those of you that are doing this, you can get pressured, but you can end up vomiting here truths in a moment of pressure or again conflict. And again, it comes out the wrong way, or it comes out in a way that is not very, not very appropriate even. You can end up saying things that are not just in an appropriate way, appropriate environment, or even to the appropriate people. Others of you could just be indulging a lot in fantasy as well. Fantasy can also be something that you're using to escape your reality right now. Because the reality for Libras is just something like, you feel like you're just, tired, frustrated with things right now. Feeling like you're stuck in some sort of paradigm that is going to change. The thing is that I feel like for many of you Libras, it's going to change. It's just about needing to wait for it to happen. The waiting of that reality to come true, that new reality, that new paradigm to come true is what's bothering you. Because I feel like for some of you, you have this inner certainty that's going to come. Page of Pentacles, beautiful. So see the unwanted pregnancy, be aware. For others of you, it's about, again, trying to figure out, to explore new opportunities with finances and how to turn what you have into more. Some of you want to probably invest in a new endeavor for your material. There's something new about your material aspiration. So either a new job, a new business, a new area of interest, or a money-making idea that you're considering, or an investment of sorts. But it's still like it's growing on you, right? It's not fully ready to come into life, but it's growing on you. The timing is not yet right for the full birthing, as I said, of the new beginning, but it's growing. And again, there's that message of you focusing on this. You should be focusing on this new life, as I said, and planning and concentrated heavily upon this. The Five of Swords and Seven of Cups is what's going to get you really distracted from the tangible, healthy, productive, energy. There's something about this beautiful growth coming through after September. For some of you, there could be like a younger energy worrying you. Maybe this is a child or someone you're I also feel like for some of you Libras, there's someone you're watching growing, or maybe you're going to hear news of this energy of the page, hear news of this person's pregnancy, especially if it's like someone in your family is going to get, it could be like something that's going to make you upset for some reason, or if it's you that directly or indirectly are dealing with a pregnancy out of all of this process, your family could be the one, very upset or shocked, or people around you who could be very, upset for some reason that you are about here to participate in some sort of new life. And I keep getting like a new life. For many of you, it's an actual new life coming into Earth. So there's a sense of, for some of you Libras, a desire to become here almost like the promoter or the vessel to this new life. And again, for some of you, it's related to actual pregnancy. For other of you, it's just this new energy, this creative flow that wants to be channeled into something that would allow you new opportunities for your future. Because I also see another group that it's not about family and new additions to the family. It's about finding new ways to create success and material growth, new jobs, new places, to ensure to you gratification. For some of you, it's like there's this gratification that you're seeking. And the test in August is to not seek the gratification in the wrong places, to actually seek them in the places that feel the most beautiful, natural, and to have like this immediate, beautiful reflection on you. I feel like for some of you, like Libras, you are going to know when you're doing the right things or the right choices, going to the right places, connecting with the right people, because you look in the mirror and you're going to see immediately a glow up. Versus when you see the opposite, there might be like physical signs and symptoms and ways for you to differentiate when you are aligned with the right energy, healthy for you, and when you're not. So I hope you have a great month. Hopefully we'll see each other soon.